Hello guys, this is Royo69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, on this video, the comic that I'm gonna display is uh, from 2012. I'm talking about, this is from the beginning of the New 52. And I'm talking about Green Lantern issue number 11. Now check out this cover. The Revenge of Black Hand. Oh yeah. Love the cover. Check that out. Awesome, huh? Sorry about the glare. I'll put it here. Okay. Nope. There. Okay. Well, the miniseries that I'm going to give you my thoughts about is from 2013, 6 years ago. And I did a video about it, just from the first issue. Then after I bought issue number 2, 3, and 4, so put them on the box. I don't know if that happens to you, but at least it's happened to me, that I get to forget what comic books I need to read, since I got so many. So I was looking through my comic collectors, and I said, wait a minute, I think I don't remember I read this miniseries before. So I decided to dig them up and read it. And the miniseries that I'm talking about is, this is done it's done by Andy Kubert. I'm talking about Damian, son of Batman. Now check out issue number 1. Awesome cover. Issue number 2. Issue number 3. And issue number 4. Check that out. Well, the story. Well, basically the whole story starts when Batman and Robin, they are investigating something on the docks, and they see a bunch of dead people. And close to the dead people are dead fish, also with the face of the Joker. And before I start, I have to say that the art is just amazing. The art is just eye candy. And the color, top notch. The color is amazing. Which I believe is done by Andy Kubert, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, now that I mention it. Who's the colorist? Well, it doesn't say. Oh yeah, here it is. You know that sometimes the title is on the first page or the last page, where now on this one is right on the middle of it. Go figure. So this is Andy Kubert is the writer and the artist. So Brad Anderson is the colors. Now I have to say that the page feels different than the regular comic books, not the old newspaper comic book paper, and it's not either this kind of paper. It's kind of like in between. It's a little bit rough. I mean, if you rub your fingers on it, you can feel the roughness of the paper. When I was reading, when I was changing pages, I feel the roughness. I thought that the page was dirty or something, but it's not. It's the pages are a little bit rough, pretty thick. But anyway, back to the story. So we see Batman and Robin investigating a bunch of dead people. The thing is that while they are investigating, Batman made a mistake. He found a fish, and that fish happened to be a bomb, and the bomb exploded, as you can see here. And I guess you guess what happened. That next is that, well, Batman is dead. Yep, Batman has died. Believe it or not. So we have a funeral, everything. I was like, okay, Batman has died. But then, not only that, So we see that Robin happens to be Damian, like the title says. So he went to his mother and grandfather, Ra's al Ghul, and his mom, like trying to get some help from them to find out the killer of his father, or not his father, the Batman, which happens to be the Joker. Because everything points that is the Joker, the one who made the bomb, and the one responsible for all those dead people. Decaf coffee, the best. So Damien's grandfather says, "Nah, I'm not gonna help you." His mom's go like, "Nah." So the thing is that after that, on issue number 2, we go to the Batcave, and guess who's there? Old Bruce Wayne. So you're probably wondering then, so if Bruce Wayne is old and he's alive, then who's the one was playing Batman? Well, the one that was playing Batman happens to be Dick Grayson, Nightwing. He was the Batman. The thing is that because of the ruthless of Damian, Damian feels the wind. Damian feels, and his father, Bruce Wayne, blames uh, Damian for the death of of Nightwing, because on issue number 1 we can see that we know that Damian sometimes he acts first and thinks later, so he's more impulsive. And in a way, Damian was responsible for the death of Nightwing, and his father Bruce Wayne blamed him for it. So on issue number 2, the whole issue basically go the fight between father and son. They are basically beating the hell out of each other, father versus son. You know, I always felt a little bit uncomfortable, even though it doesn't matter whether it's in comic book or in movies, that you see, father and son fighting. I mean, real fight. So while they're fighting, Bruce Wayne finally subdued Damian. Now, we're talking that Damian here, he's a teenager. He might be like maybe 18, and Dick Grayson might be on his 30, so Bruce Wayne might be on his 60 something. So we say, yeah, 60 something. So they had a long fight. So while they're struggling, fighting, and pushing and everything, somehow Damian pulled the gun that they use, the grab gun, so they can they can swing from one place to the other. I think it's called grab gun. I guess. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so he had it somehow. He pulled it out, and by mistake he shot his father on the stomach with that hook gun. I guess. I don't know what's the name of it. Anyway, so I'm going to show you here. Check this out. Over here. I mean, the art is just amazing. So, Damian's go to church. I know. So he's kind of like talking to the priest, because he's confessing. Oh, and this is something wrong because of my ruthlessness. Somebody's dead because of me, and this and that, and blah blah blah. So the thing is that to me, what I believe that the priest here, over here, has a resemble as James Gordon. So I believe that this guy is James Gordon on this universe. So this is not canon. Kind of like a Elseworld, but without the title of Elseworld. So this is kind of maybe from this different Earth. I don't know. So I don't believe this is canon. If they actually put it, if they decide some way or somehow to sneak it to be canon, well, if they do that, it's not going to work. Because this is way on the future. So, the thing is that Damian, he's trying to find out trying to deal with the death of Dick Grayson and the death of, and not the death, but he feels responsible for almost the death of his father, Bruce Wayne. Issue number 3. So he's dealing with all that. So here's issue number 3. Check that out. Awesome, huh? So, damn Wayne. Come on. I have to close the window. For the next video. Anyway, so here we see that, so Damian decides to have a quest, and that quest is in search of the killer of Dick Grayson. Now, here we see that Alfred picked up Dick Grayson, halfway dead. What it looks like to be Dick Grayson. So from one place he jumped to the other. The thing is that here he's kind of like, he jumped a timeline, many months maybe has jumped. Because to me it's kind of to understand how this happened. Because he was confronting Mr. Pig. So this is the only thing bad about it. From issue number 2 to issue number 3, there's a big lapse of time that is kind of got lost. Which I think that's what identified the new 52. So anyway, so we see Alfred picking up Jason. So he's putting on the machine. He went through a surgery. He saved his life. The thing is that Alfred being so weak, but not sleeping well and eating maybe well, that he passed away. So this is a series where everybody dies. They should change the name from Damian, son of Batman. They should change Damian, son of Death, because I guess no matter where Damian goes, somebody dies. So the thing is that at that moment that Alfred died, they had a cat, black cat, in the Batcave. So I assume kind of like that, just kind of like something had to do with Catwoman, maybe, who knows. The thing is that once that he died, Alfred, he resurrected. I know, believe it or not, he came back to life. Not in the sense that you and I might think, just with a little twist. And the twist is, you're gonna find it funny. Alfred resurrected in the body of the cat. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna show you right here. And not only that the cat, the black cat, can talk with the voice of Alfred. So he's talking to Damian that is halfway dead on bed as a cat. So Damian, he's kind of like, I must be getting crazy. The thing is that Damian, he's kind of like, feels like he's getting crazy. And then from there we jump cross town, where there's a bus that's being hijacked by some Mr. Pig goons. We have kind of like Killer Shark with a mustache and nice hairdo that kind of like resembles, when I see the picture of Killer Shark, kind of reminds me of Clark Gable. He has the mustache of Clark Gable. I'm not kidding. Look at him. Right here. You can see the shark with dark hair and the mustache. Really, really thin mustache. Kind of reminds me of Clark Gable's. So, Clark Gable's mustache. And 2 monkeys. So they have the boss kidnapped. And then Batman shows up. Check that out. So this is Damian, or the one that I was watching before, happened to be Dick Grayson, but it's not Dick Grayson because, well, he's dead. So he's kind of like jumping around. So the thing is that he apprehended everybody. So he goes back to church. He talked to him, and then he said, "Well," the priest tell Damian, said, "Well, you still have the Joker to attend to." And Damian get pissed off. He said, "Wait a minute. I never mentioned you anything about the Joker. Who are you?" So once that Damian goes to the room next where people confess, well, it's empty. So to be an old guy, he moved pretty fast. Now, who's the old guy? I assume that is Commissioner Gordon. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe after he retired from me, being Commissioner Gordon, he decided to become a priest. I don't know. Hey, in comic books, anything is possible. So then from there, we go back to the cave. We see Damian talking to the cat. Bruce Wayne's getting better. So the thing is that Alfred, or the cat, is kind of is the conscience of Damian. He knows that Damian is very impulsive. We know that. He's very impulsive, so he's trying to find out where is the Joker. So he managed to make his own new uniform, his own unique Batman. The thing is that Alfred tells Damian, look, if you want to be the Batman, be the Batman, not just being the Batman. You have to become Batman. That means you have to have all the honor that Batman has about not killing, and Batman has some certain rules. Because Damian, well, we all know that he's a killer. He's an assassin. So he has no rules. So Damian is really trying to act like his father, to become Batman that his father would like him to be. Trying to be like his father or better. The thing is that we see that he find a body hanging, and then we see the Joker, which, look at that. This is the Joker of this universe. Kind of skinny looking guy. Ugly dude too, anyway. Check that out over here. Nope. Over here. Sorry about the glare. Check that out. So, that was the end of it. Oh, issue number 3. Issue number 4. Check that out. Now, that's the new Batman uniform that Damian had created himself. Check that out. Which I have to admit that is pretty cool. It's different, but it's nice. It fits to be, I mean, if it fits for Damian. Now, you take this same uniform and put it to some of the characters, it's not gonna look good. But being Damian, that he's the way he is, so it kind of fits to his personality. That's what I was trying to say. So anyway, so we are back to the Bat Cave. We see that Damian is finding everybody. I mean, when I mean everybody. There's punch, kicking, pulling hair, poking eyes, breaking bones. I mean, you name it. I mean, not only that, but the guy that is being tied up looks like Cable from X-Force. Believe it or not. Doesn't remind you of Cable? It does to me. So here we have that finally Batman finally subdued all the guys. Now, the guy that was tied up, the one that I say that looks like Cable, well, happens to be Bruce Wayne. So Bruce Wayne, well, he's so groggy and all that because they kidnapped his body from the mansion. I know. I mean, the story is all over the place. So we see that the Joker is trying to kill Bruce Wayne. So as soon that he was going to pull the trigger, he saved Bruce Wayne. His son saved Bruce Wayne. We can see here. I mean, I cannot get over of the art and the color. It's just so eye candy. So eye candy. So the thing is, right here is where Damian broke the rule of his father. Not directly, but he did it in the end for that mean. I mean, he really mean it. You can see kind of like over here, kind of like Rick Joker's stomach out. Check that over here. So even though that he did not kill it, even though that he's on the floor bleeding and all that, so this Joker says, "I'm not dead yet," and he gets shot in the head by the real Joker. Now look, the real Joker done by Andy Cougar. Now that's awesome over here. Check that out. Look at that Joker. So he killed a Joker impersonator. So Damian in his mind, well, I killed the Joker's over, everything's dead. So here he decided to become, well, Batman the way that he says, and then the books end say, I'm the Batman. And that was it. Now, the thing about this miniseries is that it's not over. It's an open-end story. I think that this miniseries is supposed to have another miniseries later on down the line. But I guess that people did not like it because the miniseries, when it came out, it did not go well with the fans. Excuse me. People did not like it that much. Maybe because of Damian uniform, that being that Dick Grayson got killed. I guess people did not like that too much. Right? So it didn't work out. As far as I know, it did not work out too well back when that was published. But it has so many questions. Who was the old guy, the priest? Who was it? To me, I believe, is James Gordon. The Joker impersonator is dead, but it's not the real Joker. So that means that the new Batman, Damian, have to search for the Joker. Because the real Joker, he says, well, what do you know? We have a new Batman in town. So I guess I have to go and meet him. So that will happen for the next miniseries or something. So it has a lot of holes. The story has a lot of holes. Maybe if Andy Cougar would done it, maybe 5 issues, maybe it will flow a lot better. Because right now, after between issue number, by half of issue number 2 and issue number 3 is where everything got lost. To me, it was like, that's it. It was just gone. Another went over the cuckoo's nest, story-wise. So, but I like the concept. I like the idea. I have to say that is, at least to me, is original. Maybe some of the story is being done similar to this one, but I don't know that. So, let's see. Love the art and the color. So the story was good, not great. It was bad, but not awful. Kind of like in between good and bad, like sweet and sour, black and white, right there on the middle of it, same thing. You take sweet and sour, you mix it out, you got bittersweet. You take black and white, you mix it out, you got gray, and so on and so forth. Good and the bad, you get a very confused somebody. So that's what I'm trying to say. So, but the art, I love the art. Now I'm surprised I haven't seen any more work from Andy Cougar on the DC Comics that I can remember. Maybe I have it there on the box. I have to go and check on the internet what all the work Andy Cougar had done for the DC Comics. So 1 to 5, I would give it 3. I have to give it right in the middle. But it's good. But it's not that great. That's the thing. It's a bad story, but it's not awful. Go figure. It just depends on each person that would read it. I guess that's I would say it's a individual decision maybe, because to me I like it, but I did not love it. It could be a lot better, way a lot better. Maybe if Andy Cougar would done a 5-issue miniseries, maybe it would be a lot better. I think that the story would flow a lot better. Well, so I guess being a writer and artist at the same time, so I guess it takes its toll on him. I don't know. So 1 to 5, I would give it 3. And the best cover from this whole miniseries, it had to be this one. This is the best cover. Issue number 2, because we get to see that. That's just awesome. Check that out. Tell me that doesn't look awesome. We see the new Batman on the background. We see Damian with his Robin uniform holding Batman uniform. Awesome. I just like it, you know. That cover will look awesome on a t-shirt. Real nice. So, you know, I'm sad that he never followed the story or add maybe sometime in the future, maybe somebody will pick that up and fix or filled up or get to fill all the holes that the story has, which is not that many though. So, but it could have been a great story. I mean, a good series maybe. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. Till later. Bye.